Today we're taking on 400 miles of Idaho's wild backcountry. Since nobody talks about Idaho, I have no idea what we're up against. Every time I hang out with Lindsay, she's always talking about how awesome her home state is. Lindsay, where are we going camping and exploring these next 3 days?
Well, Mateo, 3 days is just not enough time to see all the beauty that Idaho has to offer. So I just want to make sure that we hit all the hot spots. I want to show you the craters of the moon, which is this vast landscape of lava rock. We're going to hit the Sawtooth Mountains and we're going to go on a bunch of trails there, see Bora Peak and Carlson Lake. It's a very secluded lake. And then also I really want to hit Goldbug Hot Springs, and to finish it off, I want to hit the St. Anthony Sand Dunes. Hopefully we can camp there for the night. I think that will be a great finish to an awesome adventure.
You could see Lindsay's excitement to show us her home state. And just days before the trip, our third gen Tacoma wasn't ready, but canceling wasn't an option. Thanks to CBI in Idaho, we got their new 2024 Tacoma, allowing us to make this trip happen. Little did we know, the amazing terrain and views would leave us deeply impressed. All right, Lindsay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, I'm absolutely stoked. We're at Craters of the Moon, first location that we got here in Idaho that Lindsay and Juan are showing us. And honestly, just look at that. It's insane. It's amazing.
My name is Lindsay. I'm 32. I am a mom and a small business owner. So a lot of people think that Idaho is only full of potatoes and plains, but it's actually quite the opposite. The terrain is all so different, and it's great that you can go in any direction and you're gonna see mountains.
Wow, you get a whole 360 view of the entire park. Wow. All right, Lindsay, where are we off to next?
So we're gonna go ahead and look at some of the caves they have here at Craters of the Moon, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and head out, if you're ready for that.
Let's do it.
All right.
At Craters of the Moon, we saw vast lava fields formed by eruptions over 15,000 years ago. This surreal landscape with cinder cones and lava tubes offered a unique glimpse into Idaho's volcanic past. Astronauts trained at Craters of the Moon for the Apollo lunar mission. The volcanic landscapes with its lava fields and craters closely resembles the moon's surface, making it an ideal training ground. Yeah, you do not want to fall down there. The Apollo astronauts practiced geological fieldwork, identified rock types, and used specialized equipment, gaining skills and confidence for their lunar mission. Sweet. This is wild, guys.
This is way cooler than potatoes.
You're in your element right now.
Yes.
You
Which
love
one?
photography, you love videography. How awesome does it feel to be down here?
It feels amazing. I love shooting in like natural elements. It's a different feeling.
All right, Lindsay, we got to check out the caves. That was amazing.
Yes.
It was, temperature-wise, it was amazing. Now we're really hot. Where are we off to next?
So now we're going to the most epic stop probably of this whole trip.
Really?
Yeah. It's called Pickle's Place, and I want Mateo to sit in a big pickle chair. We're gonna get a photo of him.
Hey, let's do it. Pickle's Place was located in Arco, and although it does not seem like much, it was actually the first town in the world to be powered by atomic energy in 1955. Pickle's Place, pancake, grill, and pub restaurant. Yes. Oh, this is a chair.
It's the chair.
This is the chair. Oh man, I can't wait to eat. I am starving. It's been a long, hot day. Been having fun. And time for my favorite part of the day, which is food. All right, Lindsay, what did you get?
I got the atomic burger with, I added mayo and cheese.
And so did I.
Nice.
I said no to the pickles, even though we came to Pickle's Place. Here goes. Dude, that's fresh. It's true, we're in Idaho. This is where they're made. That was amazing, guys. I know it looked like bar food, but that burger was just so juicy, so authentic. Really, really nice. Lindsay, where are we going to next?
We're gonna go ahead and fill up real quick, and then we're gonna get a couple snacks and then head out.
Time for some off-roading, baby. Let's get to it.
My name is Juan, I'm 33 years old, and I work as an environmental health and safety director. I did not grow up being outdoors, my family didn't do any of that, but when I met Lindsay, she was like, do you camp, do you hike? Well, of course, I'm not gonna back down and say, you know what, yeah, I don't do any of that. But when, sure enough, like I go out for the first time camping with her and her family, I froze my butt off, and it was so freaking cold, and I kept my mouth shut. You fake it till you make it, and so I'm so thankful, like I just did not complain.
We just made it to the trail entrance, right? From here it's gonna be off-roading. Where are we at exactly? What is this called?
So this area, this vicinity is called the Sawtooth Mountains. The Sawtooth Mountain Range. So there's a bunch of mountains, but we're gonna go ahead and just take a few trails, kind of explore a little bit, and then we'll get our camp set up at the first spot, and then we'll go.
So this is where we're camping tonight?
This area, yes.
This already looks insane, amazing. The mountain peaks are wild. You can see some snow up there. Cannot wait to see what camp's gonna look like. All right, guys, we're gonna air down to around 20 PSI. We're not really doing it for the grip. We're doing it more for the comfort. A lot of you guys are like, dude, why are you doing that? It just adds on to the suspension of the vehicle.
So when I was very young, my dad started taking me and my sisters camping a lot. He was actually a firefighter for the Bureau of Land Management, and so he knew all the back trails and back roads, and he would take us girls all the time. It's just always been that drive for adventure that's made me want to go and take my family and find all these amazing spots. And that's what we've done so far, and that's why we're taking Mateo to those spots that I have actually discovered as an adult.
Guys, honestly, I'm also super impressed with how the 4th gen's performing, by the way. My truck is not built out yet. I haven't been able to get any feedback for you guys on how the 4th gens perform, and honestly, I am absolutely stoked. Can't wait to build mine. We just got to camp and we're trying to find a place to sleep tonight. You went to scout the area, and what did you find?
That's pretty much a crime scene. So,
really?
Yes.
I want to see this.
Okay.
Let's go check it out. Guys, one of my biggest fears out here in the middle of nowhere is just grizzly bears, right? And apparently here in Idaho, you got them, right?
I live in Florida. I'm familiar with bears, right? I'm not super scared of black bears. I know that they're scared of people and they're gonna run away, but grizzlies, on the other hand, that's a whole nother story. I was so scared to see one, to be honest. I was on my toes the whole time, ready to book it in the truck if I had to.
We got the bears. Oh my gosh! How recent do you think this was?
We were here last weekend and I didn't see this. My kids would have seen this, like nobody saw this.
How fast did that disintegrate though?
Look, there's a foot.
That's a big animal.
And there's the head, and then there's skin. So.
Oh, so it's like, oh, no.
But there's no horns, guys. There's no horns.
This just gave me. So Lindsay comes back running and she's like, I think I found a dead elk. And immediately I was like, let's go check it out. So we go, the whole crew's there, we're looking, and all the bones are scattered everywhere. They're just everywhere, and it was like a crime scene. So we start looking around and everybody starts kind of sharing what they think happened. I thought like it was a pack of wolves that just devoured this elk, right? Then we were like, no, maybe humans skinned it, and it looked big. Like from the piece that it left behind, it was just massive. That created a concern for us as to, man, what if it was a bear, right? And is this bear around? Or is this pack of wolves around, right? So as we were camping that night, we were definitely looking over our shoulders.
We're out here, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here.
We're in it.
This place is beautiful. We've seen lava rock today. We got to eat some amazing burgers, and now we're like in this oasis. I'm so stoked. Like, if you guys have not been camping, you need to go camping, because I think it's one of the best sleeps that you get when you're out here in the middle of nowhere. You just wake up and you feel like your body actually rested. It's weird. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to the sleep. Yeah, work has been hectic this last couple months. It's been insane. You know, as a business owner, you wake up every day and you have to solve problems, and that's what it's all about. Non-stop solving problems, and that can get tiring sometimes. And I am honestly due for a reset. And I'm super stoked for this adventure because that's exactly what this is gonna be. I'm going out to the wild, I'm going to the backcountry of Idaho, and I cannot wait to see what Lindsay's gonna show me. Now I feel like I'm glamping. With Lindsay here, she's gonna bedazzle our campsite with these lights, and I'm stoked. There's nothing like a good ambience when you set up camp. You know, you're out here, you're vibing. We love lights.
I think that's the start.
I'm a big believer that if you're gonna be outside, outdoors, and you're gonna be cooking, don't do a mediocre meal. Go balls to the wall, go ham, bring out your best meal out here. And there's nothing more human than cooking in the outdoors with a plate that you love. Yeah, so I'm gonna be cooking lobster tail. That's my specialty. Can't wait for the group to try it. Give me their feedback on what they think.
It can.
My God, is that a lobster tail? Yes, it is. Look at that. Oof, guys. This is real good. You've been going out camping since what age?
Since I was little, my gosh.
How old?
Oh my gosh, I want to say like 3 or 4.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Similar stories. Going out with my dad in Ecuador and hearing your stories of how your dad took you out. That's so cool.
Yeah, we always did it the hard way too. It was
On a ground
sleeping
tent?
on the ground. Yes, everything was the campfire was like dug up. We had to go get rocks. We'd like we would go get cow patties to burn them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, right?
Now you're living
We're
around.
always out there, us girls, like trying to pick up all the cow crap. It was
That is
great.
cool. That is awesome. But I'm a big believer that as a parent, like teaching that to your kids is a must.
100%.
You know, better than an iPad. When I was little, we would go out camping in Ecuador. Growing up and seeing my dad as an idol, right? Like he had bought some land and we would go camp on that land. And then he would also tell me stories over campfire. Stories about him and his friends going from Ecuador all the way to Argentina in a Land Cruiser. I was like, man, when I grow up, I want to do that. So he definitely was the reason why I love the outdoors. Oh, the sizzle. The sizzle. That is the sizzle is the food talking back at you and letting you know you're killing it. That's what my dad always used to say when I was little.
Yeah.
With an Argentinian steak, he'll be like, it's singing. I never got it until I got old.
You're cooking me right, son.
So we had dinner in Las Vegas, right? For $350. She got lobster and it was dried out, just nasty. This is better than $350 lobster that we had.
And you're in a 5-star hotel, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What are your thoughts, dude?
You ready?
Ooh, that's good.
Dude,
You can roast me right now if you want to.
it's insane.
That's been so good, Mateo.
Yeah?
It's insane.
Wow.
Are you guys just saying
Yeah.
No, I'm there for real.
Yeah.
that?
No, I'm not, Mateo. I'm serious.
Hell yeah.
It's so
Hey,
good.
thanks for cooking this, man. This is so good.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Success! I don't know if you guys can see me right now, but I love cooking for people.
That's really good.
Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning. How are
How
you?
did you sleep?
Oh, I slept good. That was probably the best night's sleep I've ever had camping. I actually slept through the whole night without kids kicking me.
That's
It was
awesome.
great.
It's good. I actually started out with instant coffee, and a lot of our viewers hated on me for that. They're like, dude, instant coffee, really? What the hell? When you're out here, you know, sometimes you're on the run. Sometimes you're in a time crunch like we are today. We really want to make sure we get to those hot springs. So instant coffee will do. We'll make quick ham and cheese sandwiches, and then we'll just hit the trails. I am fascinated, absolutely fascinated with this camp spot. We're kind of in this secluded area, hidden in between these pine trees. You wake up to the sound of the creek just flowing by, and there's something about that just completely resets you from your day-to-day, just stress, being in the office, all mushy up in the shoulders, you know. Come out here and you just relax. It's awesome.
What are you making?
We're just actually gonna make ham and cheese croissants. Very simple, very easy, so we can get going. Sometimes I like to get the. Then you can add mayonnaise if you want. Very simple.
There you go.
Thank you.
Doogie?
I'm ready. I like mayo, so.
I like rocks.
I like rocks.
Morning of day 2, we finished breakfast, and Lindsay's like, hey guys, I really want to go hiking, I want to go exploring, and she points at the forest and she's like, I want to go in there and see what it's all about. And I was like, let's do it. That sounds like a lot of fun.
So typically when we camp, we like to go explore the surrounding areas just to find cool things, and I personally love to collect rocks, so I'm gonna go.
She
look
likes
for some
rocks.
I love rocks.
Cool, let's do it. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
We're gonna go hike.
Woo! So at a young age, I started collecting rocks when I would camp because we really didn't have much to do around camp. And I think that's what started my fascination with rocks. I'll show you my rock.
Rocks all day.
It's a rock.
Show it to me.
That rock has been sitting there for so long, and you're just like, wow, I found this. And it's mine now because, you know, I was the one that found it. So it's a pretty cool thing. I love rocks. Oh, God. I said it, didn't I? I said I love rocks.
All right, guys, we made it back to camp. Lindsay, what are we doing next?
We're gonna go fishing up at Carlson Lake. It's gonna be so fun. I'm hoping we're gonna catch stuff.
Juan, you feeling confident?
Supposedly this lake is stocked with tiger muskies, so we're gonna find out.
Hopefully we catch one. Time to pack up. Let's get going. Right after our first night of camping, we pack up, we hit the road, we're going through the trail, and all of a sudden I started to see the mountain peaks with the snow up top, and you could just see it non-stop while we were driving. And I think that was definitely one of my most favorite times, is just cruising through this valley while you were surrounded by mountains with snow peaks. The mountains were black and just all the colors. The sky was so blue. I absolutely love that part.
How bad are the mosquitoes out here?
It doesn't seem too bad, but I had a couple land on me already.
I just got bit in the neck, like really bad.
Did you?
Yeah,
I got this.
I need that.
40% DEET, guys.
Get it.
Yeah, whatever it takes to not have the little suckers all over me, dude. Dude, they're huge too. Like, not only is there a whole swarm, but they're like this big. It's ridiculous.
All right, guys, so I let Austin take the wheel of the new 4th gen. I wanted him to get a feel for it. Austin, come here real quick. What are your thoughts on the 4-banger? And guys, before he gives you his feedback, you don't know anything
not
to
a truck
Toyota.
guy.
You're not a truck guy. He's into drifting. He loves it. He loves horsepower. He likes a car with a good engine. What are your thoughts on the 4th gen, the 4-banger? You got to
Honestly,
drive it.
like, you can't tell it's a 4-banger really. Like, it's got all the torque. There's only a few parts when you're on a real hard incline that you gotta give it the extra juice, but it didn't struggle at all. It didn't overheat, you know, it was good.
You're someone that obviously you like to have control of the vehicle, right? We were going down this mountain.
Yeah.
And we were having a hard time. The vehicle's heavy, right? We're going down it. There was this crevice that really got us by surprise. Yeah. Second, I put it on crawl mode, and I showed you how to adjust the speeds. What were your thoughts on that?
I was mind blown. I was mind blown that I let off both the gas and the brakes, and it just stayed still. And we were on a steep incline. Like, we were going down, and you just click it on the one setting, and it would, like 2 miles an hour, it's just crawling perfectly down. It was crazy. As someone that doesn't have a lot of experience wheeling, it gave me a whole lot more confidence. You know, I had that confidence, like, oh, I'm actually way more in control now than before. I kind of just felt like I was at the mercy of the tires sliding around, you know?
And you can accelerate and take control at any moment.
Yeah, you can give it more gas and it'll keep going, and yeah, that was super cool. Thanks for that.
Thanks for sharing that. So there it is, guys. That's CBI's 4th gen. Huge shout out to CBI for lending us this vehicle. Let's go around it and let's see what this truck has.
These trucks are still new to the market. There's still a lot of manufacturers out there that are still developing products for it. CBI was actually one of the first. They actually were in with Toyota, and Toyota was allowing them to scan the vehicle and do all this awesome stuff. So this products that you're about to see are dialed. Up in the front, we have the CBI covert bumper. Really nice, low profile. It honestly seems like it came from the factory like that, and it allows you to have a winch up there. Doesn't cut into the lights, which is really cool. You keep your factory fog lights if you want. Then for suspension, this has a peak suspension. It's basically a spacer lift. Really nice though. You have a spacer lift up in the front of the coilover and at the bottom. Honestly, I don't feel like it sacrificed performance out here. The ride feels really nice. It gives you, I believe, 2.5 inches of a lift, which now allows you to fit 35-inch tires. Before on a 3rd gen, that was a mission. And you guys can see clearly, barely any trimming. CBI sliders, skids all around, Prinsu roof rack, CBI bed rack. I believe this is cab height with an iCamper tent. First time sleeping on an iCamper, guys. I don't owe them anything, and honestly, I am stoked with how we slept last night. Super comfortable mattress. I'm not stoked with how it looks. I think a lot of these tent companies need to make this look aesthetically more pleasing. And this plastic right here just looks kind of weird. But other than that, can't say anything wrong with it. Really solid tent. Got recovery boards on the side in case we get stuck. Thankfully, we have not gotten stuck. No rear bumper for now. I know they're gonna kill it when they do develop their bumper. And then here on the side, we have the Rotopacks, gas tanks, portable water, and another gas tank as well. So this is my first time driving a fully built out 4th gen. Up until now, you guys, if you've been following along, you've been seeing me do reviews. For the 4th gen, I myself own one, and I haven't wanted to do anything to it. I always tell people, take it easy, nice and slow. There's no need to rush into building your vehicle. I'm stoked I got to test drive a fully built out one, because I was concerned on, man, how is the 4-banger gonna take 35s? How is it gonna take all the weight? Because, you know, when we go out here, we tend to come out here and be pretty heavy. And honestly, I am so stoked and excited to start building mine now more than ever and seeing it not struggle out here. Like Austin said, there was a part where we were going uphill. It was pretty steep. I feel like any vehicle would have had a hard time really pushing it. You had to give it some gas. But overall, I'm stoked. And I think the future of these vehicles is super bright. Toyota definitely killed it. Also, one of the things I really liked was the lights in the bed. Like when we were camping last night, so much light, lighting up the tailgate and just allowing us to see what we were cooking and giving it a nice ambience. So yeah, let's go check out this lake. At Carlson Lake, we finally got to unwind after a long day of driving. Surrounded by dense forests and majestic peaks, it was the perfect spot to connect with nature and enjoy Idaho's scenery. Though we did not choose this spot to camp, we did manage to fit in some fishing. Just be prepared for the intense mosquitoes. All right guys, we did not have any luck catching fish. It was honestly extremely relaxing though. Just kind of waiting for them to catch bait, and hearing nature around you was amazing. I am starving right now. It is 3:32. We did not realize, just waiting for the fish to catch, that we have to eat. So we're gonna eat and then just hit the road.
All right, we are making hot dogs and bratwurst right here. These guys right here. Yep.
Nice.
Yep, we got our...
So we got the hot dogs. By the way, this fridge is insane, guys. I have not seen it. What fridge is that?
This is the Iceco APL 55.
Yeah.
55. This thing is huge. It's bigger than my last one. So I used to own a Dramatic. It was like the 35. And it was much smaller, so we needed something bigger for our family, and this one works perfectly. So
cool.
Love it.
What about the cooking setup? What do you have back here?
Right here we have the Camp Chef Ranger 2. We've just always ran this. And that's why it helps having this C4 table, because we could just easily put stuff on top of it for things like this. When you
Oh yeah,
don't
the
wanna
swing outs come in super clutch.
Yeah. This,
I'm a big fan of the dual,
are you really?
but I have a Tacoma, you know, so like
Oh.
I have the tailgate here. On your 4Runner, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Definitely a single's nice.
Exactly. I love the single. I have had experience with the dual door system, and I just felt like it was too much work. If I could just open one door and be done.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Nice. Let's get it cooking.
Yeah, let's cook. Whoop.
This looks really good. There.
I promise you, even though it looks burnt, it's not.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Of course.
That looks awesome. All right, we didn't catch fish,
No.
but those were some fire hot dogs.
Yeah, they were. They were actually really good.
Thank you for those. Lindsay, where are we going next?
So now we're just gonna make our way to our second camp spot. I think we were gonna try to hit Goldbug for the evening, but it's getting late, so I think that will be the first thing we hit in the morning.
So we get to hit the springs early in the morning.
Yeah, hopefully there won't be a lot of people. I think
Nice.
it'll
I'm
be
excited for camp tonight. Can't wait. Last
Yeah, me
night
too.
was amazing. Let's try to see if we can top that one off.
We sure can.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's do
Let's go.
Guys, truck is on 35-inch tires. You got a bed rack, you got a tent, you got sliders, skid plates, front bumper. This thing is heavy. And this 4-banger is really, really honestly impressing me right now. I am amazed at how it's performing. We're going uphill, really steep. And the truck just wants to go. Look at this, look at this. Here we go. Here we're really gonna see it. Here we're really gonna see it. Yeah, baby. You wouldn't believe that was a 4-banger if I closed your eyes, wouldn't you, Austin? Wow, look at that. Oh, guys, look at that mountain peak. Guys, you need to come out here. Austin, do the viewers a favor, man. Put the camera outside of the truck and show them our view. Show them what we're looking at. Idaho's absolutely surprised me with how beautiful this place is. All right, guys, we just made it to camp. We're in a bit of an incline here, and the further down we go, the more inclination we get. So we're gonna take out the max tracks, the recovery boards, and we're gonna use them to level out the vehicle. So since we're in an incline right here, I'm gonna try to lift the back a little bit. Already have those down there.
You good?
What do you think, Austin?
Looks level,
That looks
yeah.
pretty level to me, huh?
Yeah.
Let's set up camp. You might think that you need everything that we have, and that's not necessarily the case. We've built our equipment to the point where it is because we've gone out a bunch of times. So every time you go out, you're like, man, I wish I had this. So you start to slowly build a list, and that's what I would advise. Build a list every time you go out. You don't need to have all this fancy stuff. Just kind of go out. Think of safety, right? Safety is super important. But other than that, just go out and slowly build your list. Hello, Senor Austin.
Hello.
Are you not coming back down?
No, I'm going to bed. Catch y'all later.
What are you guys hearing?
Can't tell.
Probably a docile creature, hopefully.
That chirping?
You hear that? Mountain lions do that.
Mountain lions do that.
That chirping.
I'll put
Not that one.
I'll put Royce
That
in the car then.
Where's Royce at?
I'm pretty sure it had to be a predator that was out there that we were hearing, just because Austin and I would hear something that did not seem like a bird or a small squirrel or anything like that. So what I say is be prepared kind of for the uninspected out there, and then also carry bear spray and other means of protection. I carry the other means of protection, so that's why I felt a little bit confident that we're gonna be all right. Might be mountain lions out here.
Nice.
So we're gonna just go ahead and salt and pepper these. I like to keep it simple because that just kind of brings out the best flavor. Put a lot of salt and pepper, especially if you have the bigger pieces, because once it sits, you would think it's salty, but it just gives it that extra flavor with the fat. It's so good. And whatever you do, if you have a wrapped vehicle from previous experience, don't spray like bug spray
Honestly,
near the vehicle.
bug spray destroys everything.
Dude, it made mine bubble, my wrap on my old
Really?
vehicle, yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, I'll never do that again.
The people you go out with also make the trip, right? And Lindsay, Juan, and Austin, they're great people. We all vibe, we all have the same values. And being able to spend time with them, share those values, kind of share that over a fire, and I think that's what was super special about this trip. Austin, what's the longest you've gone without eating when you're out shooting with me?
Yeah, I think we've gone a whole day without eating before. That was brutal. Let's not do that ever again.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
The biggest highlight of the trip is just Mateo even taking the time to show up. I don't know how many times I've asked him or just like emphasized how much Idaho is so beautiful. It's just so different from any other state, I think, because of all the beauty it provides. And I think the biggest highlight for me was him even being able to make the trip.
That's a big piece of steak, dude.
This is so juicy.
That juice, you put it in the inside of that big potato. And
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, night 2 is officially over. Time for us to go to sleep.
Morning of day 3. We only got 4 hours of sleep, but honestly, I'm stoked. We're rising early because what are we doing today, Lindsay?
We are gonna go on that hike to Goldbug Hot Springs.
We're finally gonna make it happen. Early, hot morning bath.
Yes, it's gonna
cold.
be so
How
nice.
cold do you think it is right
I
now?
don't know, I feel like it's 40s?
40s?
45?
I'm wearing my rubber ducky bathing suit underneath this pants, and I cannot wait to get hot right now. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go.
Woo.
I can't believe we're about to climb this mountain. This is steep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we officially made it to the trailhead. We're not even 1/3 of the way there, and I'm already out of breath. This is a really steep climb. You guys have been there before. Is it worth the hike?
It's so worth it. Yes.
And we've been wanting to do this since the beginning of the trip. I'm so stoked, man. You guys ready?
So, yeah.
oh yeah.
Let's do
Get to it.
The hike up Goldbug Hot Springs was truly amazing. The beautiful scenery and the relaxing sound of natural geothermal pools flowing down the mountainside kept us motivated as we climbed higher. We learned that during the gold rush, miners often visited these areas in search of fortune, leaving behind a legacy of trails. Today, it offers a refreshing escape, inviting visitors to soak in warm waters surrounded by Idaho's stunning landscapes. I think we found our spring. You can see the smoke coming out of the water, and just by touching it right here, I can feel how warm it is. Cannot believe that. I've never been in a hot spring before. This is so cool. Can't wait to get in, relax. I'm exhausted. It was a hike. Definitely worth it. This looks insane. The views are wild. Lindsay, how good does this water feel right now?
It feels really good for being cold outside. I'm hoping that when the sun gets down a little bit more, we're gonna get a little bit warmer because this time of year it can change.
Feels really nice, guys. And one of the craziest things is right now it's really hot in here, but if you go over there, like literally right over there, the water gets really cold, and then all of a sudden the temperature changes also. Just a few seconds ago, it got really, really cold. We had to get out, Right now it's back to nice and cozy, warm, right? And just take a look at that view. Wow, I am honestly super surprised about Idaho. Not a lot of people talk about Idaho, and the way that I saw it, I kind of feel like people don't want others to know about Idaho just because of how beautiful it is and how they don't want that to be taken away from them, and I totally respect that. So if you guys come to Idaho, make sure you guys respect it 100%, because you can clearly see that the people that live here respect it. Every single camp spot we got to here was extremely clean. You did not see a single piece of garbage. What a hidden gem Idaho is.
Would you come back?
I would 100% come back to Idaho, yes. Obviously as a dreamer, it's like, man, I wish I owned land out here, right? Like, think about waking up to this silence and just this vast space. That would be awesome.
So my goal for the trip was to show Mateo all the different terrain, the mountains, the dunes, the lava rock, but we only hit such a small portion of Idaho, and I would love for him to come back so we can just explore even more. Up north, Idaho is so beautiful, and I think it would be great to do another trip. Hopefully in the future he'll want to come back. We'll see.
Holy cow, you have so much sand. This is crazy. All right, guys, we're at the entrance of the dunes here in Idaho. We're getting 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts out here. We're not gonna be able to camp. It's gonna be impossible to cook. Everything's just gonna fly out. Juan and Lindsay also got stuck. I think this is where our journey ends. 3 days was not enough to see all of Idaho. I'm gonna have to come back. This state is just absolutely beautiful. Lindsay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mateo, for coming and taking the time to be out here with us.
It was amazing. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeehaw! Look at this! The truck is basically driving itself with the crawl control. We thought we had gotten stuck. We're letting the computer do its thing. And ladies and gentlemen, officially, I am out, baby! Woo-hoo!
That was cool. That was awesome.
Like the thunder in the sky, keep on rolling.
As you can see, my feet were not made for this.